Ice cream, from a rich person's luxury to a treat workers struggle to afford. Ice cream may appear to be a small luxury, but its history tells a much larger story about wealth, working people, and the growing gap between those who can afford life's pleasures and those who cannot. The precise origin of ice cream is disputed. Early frozen desserts were enjoyed in China, Persia, and parts of the Mediterranean centuries before modern ice cream appeared. However, these were usually mixtures of snow or ice with fruit, honey, or flavoured syrups, rather than the dairy ice cream we all recognise today. In 17th century Europe, frozen desserts became fashionable among royalty and the wealthy. Producing them required expensive sugar, imported flavourings, skilled servants, and access to ice stored in specially constructed ice houses. Ordinary workers were effectively excluded. Ice cream began becoming more accessible in England during the 19th century. Ice was imported from Norway, Canada, and America, while Italian migrants helped establish a street-selling tradition. The famous penny lick allowed working people to buy a small portion served in a reusable glass. Refrigeration, mass production, and household freezers eventually transformed ice cream into an affordable family treat. For much of the 20th century, buying children an ice cream on a day out was not considered a sign of wealth. That is beginning to change again. Several costs are pushing prices upwards. Ice cream requires milk or cream, sugar, and considerable energy for pasteurization, manufacturing, freezing, storage, and transport. Chocolate-coated products have also been affected by exceptionally high cocoa prices. Packaging, wages, business rates, fuel, and employer costs must all be recovered through the final price. An ice cream van or independent parlour faces further pressures. It must purchase and maintain specialist freezing equipment, pay insurance and licenses, travel to different locations, and cope with unpredictable weather. Much of its annual income may have to be earned during a relatively short summer season. Premium branding has also changed the market. Manufacturers increasingly sell ice cream as an artisan experience, offering unusual flavours, elaborate toppings, and smaller premium tubs. Consumers are not always paying only for the milk, cream, and sugar. They are also paying for the brand, location, packaging, and presentation. The price of an ice cream across England, summer 2026. Prices vary according to location, portion size, and whether the ice cream is sold by a van, seaside kiosk, festival, or premium parlour. Nevertheless, examples collected during summer 2026 show how quickly a simple family treat can become expensive. Location prices were advertised or reported during summer 2026. Products and serving sizes are not identical, but the figures demonstrate the range of prices encountered by families. The chart reveals a striking geographical and commercial divide. At Barton-on-Sea, 4 single-scoop ice creams could cost £7.80. At the highest reported London price, 4 cones would cost £28. Add drinks, travel and admission charges, and an ordinary family outing can become unaffordable for a low-paid worker. The average price of a 99 was reported as £2.65 during summer 2026. A survey of 2,000 British parents also suggested that families expected to spend an average of £50 per child on ice cream across the 6-week summer holiday. For a household with 3 children, that would mean £150 before the parents bought anything for themselves. These figures do not mean that every ice cream seller is making excessive profits. Vans, kiosks and parlours face higher costs for milk, chocolate, electricity, diesel, wages and refrigeration. Seasonal businesses must also earn enough during good weather to survive quieter periods. However, that explanation does not make the final price any easier for workers to afford. The fact that a family may now have to spend between £10 and £28 simply to buy 4 ice creams supports the argument that ordinary pleasures are becoming divided by income. Wealthier families can absorb the cost. Families living from payday to payday may have to tell their children that they cannot have one. The concern is not that everyone has an automatic right to expensive ice cream. It is that ordinary pleasures are gradually becoming markers of income. Workers should be able to take their children to the seaside, visit an attraction, or enjoy an occasional treat without calculating whether it will leave them short before payday. Ice cream began as a luxury for the rich, became an affordable pleasure for working families, and now risks moving back towards social division. A society should not be judged only by whether people can survive. It should also be judged by whether working families can afford some enjoyment from the wages they earn.